We are dry brining and grilling this flank steak on the charcoal grill using no messy marinades.
Flank steak is cheap. It cooks fast and you can find it anywhere. It's an easy cook, but a lot of people mess it up. I'm gonna be sharing some tips with you so that you can nail this delicious cut on your first try. It's easy, it's affordable, it's absolutely delicious. Let's get started. First thing I'm introducing here is a 2-pound flank steak. I'm gonna start patting it dry. This helps remove any surface moisture. Now, if you ever grilled flank steak before, you know this. When it hits a hot grill, it curls up. But there's a really simple way to fix that. You score it. I'm making very small cuts across the grain and then with the grain on both sides. They're not deep cuts, just surface level. This helps the steak lay flat during cooking and it gives you more even sear. Now, if this is your first time cooking flank steak, I highly recommend doing this. And then on your next cook, skip the scoring and compare for yourself. If the steak doesn't curl, you'll get better contact and a better sear. But even if it curls, it's not the end of the world, but just something to keep in mind. Now let's talk salt. For steak, a good rule of thumb is half a teaspoon of kosher salt per pound of meat. This is a 2-pound steak, so I'm gonna go with 1 full teaspoon. Salt both sides evenly. Then I'm placing it in a container and I'm gonna allow it to dry brine in the fridge. Let it sit for at least an hour. 2 is better. Overnight is always best. The salt dries out the moisture, it dissolves, and then reabsorbs. Season the steak all the way through. It also helps tenderize this lean cut. Here's a flank steak after dry brining it. You're gonna notice that the color deepens. The salt draws out the beautiful red in that meat. Brush on a thin layer of oil. I'm using avocado oil, but olive oil works really great. I'm using my tongue to apply the oil. This way I can keep my hands clean for seasoning.
For a lean piece of meat like this, it's actually quite flavorful. And remember, all I added was salt and pepper, and it's absolutely delicious.
Freshly ground pepper goes on both sides. And that's it, salt and pepper only.
Now, people usually marinate flank steak, and that's probably the better way to do it. But I'm telling you, salt and pepper, it tastes pretty terrific to me.
Of course, you can marinate it. If you want me to do a marinated version of this flank steak, drop a comment down below and I'm gonna make that happen. Now, let's fire up the grill. I'm using the S&S Master Kettle today. I filled a 3/4 chimney with B&B briquettes. And I lit it with a lighter cube. Once the coals are ready, I spread them out in a thin layer. This gives me more control and it's gonna avoid flare-ups. But I'm skipping the S&S insert. I'm going with a thinner layer of charcoal. This way, the flame isn't too aggressive and the steak can sit over the hot side a little longer without burning. This is also just beginner friendly. No fancy accessories needed, just a chimney, charcoal, and your kettle. Grate is on, the lid is closed, and now let's just let that grill heat up. Now for the cook. I'm laying down the flank steak right over the coals. I'm gonna try covering the lid. This helps manage the heat. If you're running too hot, this is gonna lower the flame and it creates a convection kind of effect here and it helps cook the steak more evenly. After a couple of minutes, I lift the lid and I give it my first flip. Not a lot of color yet, which is expected. The heat is a little lower by design, so I keep flipping and rotating, making sure each part of the steak gets equal contact over the hotter spots. Every flip adds to the crust and every turn builds a ton of flavor. After a few turns, crust is looking pretty good. I checked the internal temperature. The thicker side is reading a 125 or maybe closer to 130. This is perfect for a medium. Off it goes. Let's let this steak rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Now during the rest, the juices are gonna redistribute and the internal temperature is gonna rise slightly. Now, this is where I messed up a little. I should have sliced the whole steak in half with the grain before slicing my strips against the grain. This would have made shorter slices, which are easier to eat. I made a couple long slices and then cut the rest of my steak in half. And these slices are way more manageable. Now you'll always want to cut this steak, or any steak as a matter of fact, against the grains. The muscle fibers are going to be shortened and it's going to make every bite more tender. And that's the key with lean cuts like this. The dry brining obviously helps tenderize it, but slicing also makes a huge difference. It's got a nice little medium. Let's eat.
Second bite.
Now, if you want to see me do a marinated version next, let me know down in the comments. See you on the next one.